Muy bien, pues para toda la banda de hoy 89.7 FM, el día de hoy, pues muy contento de tener a Conrad Sewell aquí en conexión. Conrad, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Be connected with you. It's great to be from Mexico to Sydney. Tell me how's Sydney?
It's good, man. It's good. I've just been down here for about 3 weeks. The tour's going well. It's nice. I mean, Australia's home, so it's always nice to be down here playing shows and the crowds always love it. So I'm here for another couple of weeks and then head back to America and continue the wild ride.
I know, because you've been writing a long time, doing loads of. I was listening to this new single, but before entering to this new single, I want to talk about the trip, the journey you've been in throughout these years with music, because you've done loads of collaborations. You've worked with loads of artists, and tell me how's that been for you? Because I suppose that when you started doing music, it's kind of different than the music you're doing now, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, obviously Firestone, I wrote for Cargo and the collaborations that I've done. It's a very different world to what it's the type of music that I grew up listening to and that I really love. But it opened a lot of doors for me, and I got to play some amazing stages and festivals, and those songs. So those songs are very special to me. But my old music is my own music is different to it. So it's nice that fans are getting to connect with stuff that I'm writing now. That's a bit more soulful, a bit more rock and roll, and I really enjoying this new chapter. But it's amazing to. I've been very lucky to collaborate with some incredible DJs from Avicii to Kygo, and all the writers that I've worked with over the years. So it's been a crazy journey.
Definitely. And well, talking about different kind of love, tell me about this new single. I've already had a chance to listen to it. I totally loved it. It's a real great song, and it's really funny how it's such a deep message on such a like energetic song, because I do feel like really joyful
Yeah.
the song, but it has a deep message. So tell me about this new single.
Yeah, for me, it was about just the stage of my life that I'm in at the moment. I've been writing a lot about my relationship and having kids and how that's changed our relationship. And we don't get to go out every night and go on dates and it's been hard. It's been hard, that change from it's just you to now you have a family that you're looking after, and people don't really talk about how much it changes your relationship when you have kids. And
Yeah.
that's how the song came about. I was sitting down with a couple of my friends who have also just recently had kids, and we were talking about our wives, and we were like, this is tough, man. We're in the trenches right now, but ultimately, I've also never loved her more. And it was like it was this weird, like, I guess the question was, how do you feel about your relationship now? And I said, it's a different kind of love. And that's where that line came. And it was just said in conversation over a coffee. And I was like, different kind of love. I was like, that's a great title. And I think people can take from it what they want, but at the end of the day, it's a love story. So it's supposed to make you feel uplifted and like, you want to drive your car or run home to your wife and dance with her, and it's supposed to make people feel happy. But so that's sort of what the song's about. And yeah, it feels good.
I have a 4-year-old son, and I know what you mean totally. That I was talking the other day to my wife, and I was talking about things that are beyond our comprehension. Is how can life happens? I mean, I think it's something that we see kids every day. I mean, we see it every day on every place we are, and but I think we don't understand how it's possible, something that common, to be so miraculously, because you go like, how this being
Yeah.
didn't exist, and suddenly it's a person, and I mean it's kind of like different emotions, and I think music, it's a great way to like put it out there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think even in that sense, like the love that you have for your kids is a different kind of love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another example of that sentence, and that's also the meaning of the song, as in you don't realize you don't know what love is until you've had kids. I don't think. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like until you love someone more than you love yourself,
Yeah.
and that in a way sense is what this song's about as well. Because it like to your point, it's just a miracle. You know what I mean? And then you have these little people, and they grow up, and you love them so much, and try not to mess them up. But
Yeah.
it's 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 the meaning of life. So it's definitely taught me a lot, and I'm
And
definitely enjoying it.
that there is this funny part. I have another friend that says like, I know why the universe, God, whatever, makes you love them very much, because there's sometimes that if they weren't yours, you would kill them.
Yes. Oh, exactly. Hold on.
So that one is also a different kind of love, because it's put
Oh,
to the
definitely.
test.
That's why they make them so cute. You know what I mean? Because they tell you what, you want to kill them sometimes.
I know, totally. And as I was telling you, I think music as a universal language, I think it's a great way to talk about different things, because it's also the way that it transmits. Because nowadays it's amazing what can people that don't understand sometimes the lyrics, they
Mm,
don't speak it, they get the feeling of what you're singing. So I suppose that's also a great.
yeah. Yeah, It's incredible, and I've been like, fortunate enough to see that in. I think I was actually in Mexico City once, and I went to a Coldplay concert there,
Yeah.
and it was in this big football stadium, and I just it was just so cool to see like just that many people singing every word, but feeling every word as well, and I'm sure a lot of them did understand, or speak the language, but a lot of them didn't as well, and but you could just tell that they knew exactly what it was about.
Yeah.
So it was a cool thing to see.
Tell me, what do you know about Mexico? How many times you've been here?
But I've been to Mexico City 3 times. I came
Mhm.
once with Avicii and Coca-Cola, and we did a bunch of promo, and then I also did a bunch of pop-up shows with this boy band at the time. I can't remember what they were called. Um,
Uh-huh.
anyway, they were like the Mexican One Direction, I guess.
Could it
Like,
be could it be CD9? Could it be
yes,
CD9?
yes, yes.
All right.
CD9. It
Yeah.
was CD9. So we did a few things, activations together with them, and really nice kids. And then I came recently last year for my friend. My friend is married to a beautiful woman from Guadalajara. So we went to Guadalajara, and they got married there, and I went out and you know hung out and went to the club, and I remember it was a fun time. I love Mexico. It's like my favorite food. It comes from there. I think the people are great. I think they love hard, and yeah. And then I mean I've been to like Cabo and places like that as
Yeah.
well, and just had fun with on boys trips. But I feel like Mexico City is really like you get a real like experience there. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you're
Yeah.
really like you're in the heart of it. So I loved it. I just thought I had such a great experience. So I
And
hope to get back there soon.
yeah, but we would totally see that. For we say, there's this saying here in Mexico that because I think also talking about musicians and artists, they say that there's like other places where they're a fan of the music, but sometimes not many of the artists. And there's a saying here that we
Mm,
Mexicans love the artist. I mean, sometimes it's like it is about the music, of course, but we love the people, we love the artist, the
yes,
person who is behind that, and artists say
that's
that
so
that they
cool.
like that.
I mean, it's so beautiful to hear that because as artists, you pour so much of yourself into the music, and it's not easy. You know what I mean? And you sacrifice a lot, and you. So when you do meet people that really love you for it and appreciate what you're doing, and they don't just like a song, it feels extremely special. So thank you
That's
to anybody out there who's given love back.
yeah, it's great. Now, and tell me what's coming for you on presentations, on touring. Tell me what's coming.
So I'm going on tour with Big Time Rush actually down here in Australia. and I'm opening up for them, which will be a cool experience. And then I head back to America. I'm finishing off a few new songs, and we're going to put out. I'm trying to get the next single out before the end of the year, but it may be like January. And I'm going to be in Mexico, um, hopefully with Kygo at the top of next year, doing a few shows. And I'd love to do a little sideshow while I'm there. You know what I mean? Like do a club appearance or play some shows for everybody to come out and hear, my own music as well. So that's the plan for the next 6 months, anyway.
All right. Well, Connor, it's great to talk to you. Thank you very much for this for this interview, and invite all the people to hear the new song.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That was a great one. Take care.
You too. Take care all the way
Cheers,
to
man.
Australia. Bye bye.
Cheers, brother. Bye.